What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. Listen, okay, I was drinking my water, minding my own business, made me some coffee. I look on the YouTube, girl, and what is going on with AL, Anthony Lofties, and Dawn? Y'all know Melody's, what is she, her manager, honey? Okay, we gonna get off into that. I guess there's some bad blood between AL and Miss Melody Cherie. I thought that AL was, a staunch supporter, honey, of Miss Melody Cherie. But there's that but. Okay, because the people, honey, okay, up in these YouTube streets have been accusing AL for a while, for being a clout chaser, okay? I find AL to be entertaining, but something don't look right, honey. Miss Robinson, honey, got to get to the bottom of all of this, honey, okay? Listen, it's not making no sense. So I went to AL's page, and he had put up I guess it was a community post, and it says, "One picks, this is Team The Show. No one is exempt. Go to another channel if you can't accept disagreeing with your favorites." So he trying to tell y'all, get the hell on. Shake a bone and get the hell on, honey, okay? But my thing is this, and I've been saying this for a while. Some of these content creators are not slick. They have really built their following based on them being a mellow-meter, based on them being, highly supportive of Miss Melody Cherie, right? And I told y'all, I'm not a mellow-meter. I do like Melody, and I like her more than anybody else on that show. That is the truth. Okay, but I don't believe in just being such a fan of somebody where I can't call them out when they wrong and, they do something I don't like and, I'm just go fly above it. I'm just go turn a blind eye. I don't believe in, doing any of that. Right? I told y'all that up front though. But what I see with some of these YouTubers is they say that, but then that's not it. That's not how they originally was speaking. They was team this person. They loved them so much. They, the person could do no wrong. But when I say this person, I'm talking about Melody. Like a lot of content creators, honey, have really built a following off of like being this strong, staunch, ride or die Melody supporter, whether she's wrong, right, good, bad, indifferent. That's how they have built their following. I kind of looked at AL as one of them people. Okay, I did. So for him now to be like, oh, well, I got all this to say about Melody and, it's just, I don't know, a bit contradictory. Okay, that's just me. That's just how I look at it. And this is not just him, you guys. There are several of these YouTubers out here that have built a really big following. I'm talking about they have really taken off. Okay, that is what we will say. They got a lot of subscribers, honey. They got a whole bunch of members, honey. Okay, and a lot of it is because of Miss Melody Cherie, just them being in support of her. And they know a lot of people like Melody, or if they don't just like Melody, they have trauma bonded with Melody over the situation with Martell. Okay? Because there's some of that going on. Okay? We got to call the truth out. The truth is the truth. And the truth needs no proof. How you doing? Okay? Y'all know Miss Robinson gonna tell it. Y'all know. My people know I'm gonna tell all sides of it because I see it. Okay? But yeah, honey, I was just, Like, what had happened? Okay, what is going on? So I'm guessing he did some type of live. I'm talking about AL did some type of, maybe it was a members only situation where I guess he ended up recording the lady Dawn, the Dawn Michelle that works closely with Miss Melody Cherie. She is Melody's entertainment manager, right? Really nice lady. I've heard her speak several times, so very intelligent. And she down with Melody, and that's how it's supposed to be, right? That's somebody that represents your team, so I'm all for that. So Miss Dawn Michelle did an interview with Miss Queen Sheba Darling. I love me some Queen Sheba. How you doing, girl? I love me some her, honey, because she is just real mature and proper and ladylike. Okay. She's just one of a kind, right? Ever since that interview she did with Martell Hook-Headed Hoe, honey, I was like, ooh, child, she got to be saved, honey. Okay, prayed up. She had to be prayed up to talk to that demon, honey. Okay, I was like, she is a good one, honey. Never lost her composure, called the fool out, held him accountable and responsible for his actions, honey, against Miss Melody Cherie. Yeah, it was a good interview. Okay, but yeah, honey, some people, honey, they got to weighing in on, everything that's going on with Miss Dawn Michelle and AL and Melody. So one person says, I had my suspicions against Anthony since day one. I stayed up late just to watch it, and it exceeded my expectations. It's clear that Anthony harbors jealousy towards others and craves the same level of popularity as Mel. He may have used Mel's platform to boost his own. What did I just tell you all? What did I just say to you all? A lot of these people, they come out and they know everything about Melody. They know everything about the cast. They are real close to the situation, honey. They know people that know people, or they may, drive on down to Huntsville, honey, and get the tea, get the scoop, and, they boost their subscriber counts. Okay, not just from their hard work, right? It's very strategic. It's just like, yeah, Melody is that girl. And, I like Melody. I would think, you would have to like Melody, right? To really, really try to use her platform to, help with yours, and it's going to boost your subscribers. It's going to boost your views, your likes, okay, your money, Now, this ain't the first time that this has been done, and hell, it won't be the last. There are several of these people on YouTube. Several. Anthony is not by himself. He's not by himself. There are, and it's just like, I don't know. Like when I started back in 2016, we got it out the mud. We really sold you on our personality and our talent. That's how we kept you interested. I noticed this new thing of, oh, I'm going to do commentary on this here show. And I will, try to get close to the person. They will even, interview the person or interview other people that's affiliated with the person. And, that's how they grow, right? That's their strategy. Do I recommend people do that? No. Because it's very like one trick pony-ish. even if you get the subscribers, you get the clout and all of that, I just feel like you really need to love what you do, not just a particular show with a particular person where you just using their name so you could, just, I don't know. I just feel like you should diversify yourself, right? Diversify yourself. Talk a little bit about everybody, everything, right? That's how I feel like you should do this, but a lot of people are not doing that because they feel like, well, shit, that may take too long, honey. There's a quicker way, and it is. This is quick. So the person goes on to say, but history has shown that greedy and selfish individuals never come out on top. My heart goes out to any women who fall for him. Overall, they're commenting on the interview. This was a great interview. They're talking about with Queen Sheba and Miss Dawn Michelle. So let's see what some more people are saying. So one person says, in my opinion, what happened between AL and Dawn is a sign of the times. Young people want things quickly and in a hurry. Back in my day, when a mentor or parent advised you not to get involved, we automatically knew that was their way of protecting us from something, and we did not question or think about why. This generation requires the parents and everyone else to give an explanation of why not to get involved. AL probably thought Dawn was being deceptive, but she was not. I think they're talking about he recorded her allegedly without her permission, and now she's going to be suing. That's kind of the gist, of what all of this is about. He took that as not being vested in him, and he tried to gain her attention by offering to do things for her. This was his way of showing her that he valued her and did not want to lose his connection to her. What he was doing was actually pushing her away. AL has a lot of growing to do. Like Dawn, I see a lot of potential in AL, but he is getting in his own way due to a lack of trust and patience. Oh, and he allegedly used to date Andy Cohen. I guess he was telling the people he was going to spill all of Andy's tea. Okay, AL is also an artist. I think he sings. He's very talented. I got to give it to him. He's very funny, very talented. He's very intelligent too. You just got to give it to him, right? He is hardworking. But all of these things can be true at one time, right? I'm just saying. Oh, and AL also was behind the recordings of the barber and the businesswoman. Okay? He was behind those recordings. And with the business lady, he actually did an interview. He did an interview about how Marceau allegedly has scammed her. Okay? So, yeah, he's very close to the show, not just in terms of interviewing and talking with Melody on live where the subscribers can hear, everything that they're talking about. He also did, a lot of investigation, honey, upon Mr. Marceau Scott and Letitia Scott. Anthony got a die soul. Like, he don't know me and my soul. Like, he just like Mel. Mel got a die soul too. Is that right, Tisha? So another person says what's crazy is that he thought he would host a Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion after he has shown his entire ass by coming for almost all of the cast in an extremely confrontational way. It's never going to happen now. Dude has burned so many bridges. Just tragic. Another person says California is a two-party consent state. This makes it illegal to record a private conversation unless all parties consent to the recording. A violation of the two-party consent provisions of the California Penal Code is a criminal misdemeanor and may also give rise to a civil lawsuit. So some people comment to that and they say, exactly, can we say another lawsuit coming up against AL? Another person says he needs a wake-up call. Another person says another one. Another person says he is notorious for recording conversations without the other party's knowledge. AL is on a quest for fortune and fame, and in my opinion, it's by any means necessary. I will trample anyone in sight to achieve it. He befriends you just to turn on you and use you, always moving with an agenda. So another person says it was a Zoom business call with other people also on the call, so I don't think that the law applies in this case. Another person comments to this and says, you all are wrong. In California, you must agree to being recorded, even in a Zoom call. You must agree upon logging in if the call is being recorded. If Dawn agreed upon login, then AL is fine. Another person comments and says, basically, Anthony went about this the wrong way and he missed a huge opportunity because he wanted to shine before it was his time. I hope he learns from this missed opportunity / experience. So another person says when Dawn mentioned the $100 or so tip and she was unsure what it was for, allegedly the word was he was claiming she does dirty business deals. I can almost bet you he was going to use that tip to corroborate that accusation. That's too sneaky and it's slanderous. Why go that far because your feelings are hurt instead of having an actual conversation with the person to try and clear the air? SMH. Ooh. Another person says, I started out just listening to AL's lives, but as time went on, in my opinion, he began to get a little messy. Now, in my opinion, he's nothing more but an opportunist. Another person says what really stopped me from watching him was when he started going after Maurice Jr., a child that has nothing to do with any of this. Plus, he would call Tisha and hang up after she answered the phone, then post it as a YouTube short, all for clicks and giggles. Ooh, child, I didn't know about that. Another person says he just got too greedy for fame. The bug bit him. Another person says other things about Anthony that made me come to the conclusion that he is an opportunist. Number one, the constant referencing that he had all these connections. To me, that's boasting that you are somebody that's on a position to open doors for someone else because you don't need doors open for you. Those doors are already open for you. Two, constantly talking about him knowing someone in production on Love and Marriage Huntsville and Bravo and talking about what the person allegedly told him off camera. No regards to how his little snippets might affect the person. 3, revealing that he allegedly was in a relationship with a production person. I concluded that if he knew anyone in production and allegedly was in a relationship with the person, he was allegedly sleeping with them to garner information about the show and the cast. In my opinion, he's an opportunist who will do and say anything to further his agenda without caring about the potential for negatively damaging someone else's career in the process. And now to find out he was recording people without their knowledge or consent. In my opinion, that confirms my opinion of him. He's not to be trusted, nor is he a good person. Oh, child. All right, you guys, that's all I have to say about that, honey. We will be back with a part 2 on all of this. Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.